Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DC. Oh, I just realized I wanted to do a funny voice to it. I was practicing all day. Oh, now I'm sad.
Failed.
Now I'm sad.
Super awesome intro.
Yeah. I was like really happy because I was bored at work and I was like I want to do a funny voice for the intro. And then crap, now I forgot. Screw it. I can't. Mind crush. Drat. All right. Whatever. Welcome to the DCUO Sourcecast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me tonight we have Superpatriot.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And we have Brittany.
Hello.
So tonight we are going to be talking about Stats Matter, the awesome thread that our favorite robot of DCUO MEPs posted earlier this week. So we're going to talk a lot, in length, in detail about that later tonight, because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be straightened out, ironed out, because everybody was wearing their tinfoil hats, apparently, and our Gerg, it was like regurgitation of misinformation, of assumptions. And when you assume, you make an ass out of you. Not me, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what he was talking about. So you make an ass out of you, and you know exactly who you are. You should be banned from the forums. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care if I get in trouble. It need to be said. It need to be said. So, as always, we're going to start the show off with, how's everybody's week been? Soups?
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Got to play a little joke on a friend earlier this week, and the joke was not appreciated, but I still laughed.
Was it
So,
the
it was
what?
still funny.
Was it the league thing?
The video I uploaded earlier this
Oh,
week?
that video.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I did
You know
not.
where Trex, I didn't either.
I heard it was elegant though, but that was from Maggie, so I'm
was-
not really sure.
It was elegant, she said.
Yeah.
I don't know about Elliot, but it was yeah, it was definitely funny. I thought it was funny. I was peer pressured into doing it.
Oh, okay.
See,
I
now
had
see.
people- I had people
Okay.
in my ear saying, "Dude, you should do that," and I'm like, "No, man, this is gonna piss her off and everything." And they were like, "Dude, didn't she do that to you though with those shields?" I was like, "Yeah, she did." Man, she'd do the same thing if she got one, two of them. I was like,
No, but see, that's the difference. I wouldn't salvage it. I still haven't salvaged my other ones. I wouldn't.
well, I'm not
salvage
gonna
it.
the one I'm using. I'm not gonna salvage that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Even if I got a duplicate, I still wouldn't salvage it.
Well, what am I gonna do with an extra, utility belt?
Rub it in tiny
I'd just
space.
Keep it.
No, Tiny was in the group that night and he rage quit the game.
I know. I was there in chat. I only logged on to do a loadout video, and Soups tells me, Trex, just stay on the channel. I'm like, oh, okay. Because he was nice enough to give me a death vest, and that was later. But the whole time I'm on voice, and sure enough, I hear Soups get a second belt. I'm like, oh my god, Tiny. And Tiny just logs off. I'm like, what? Where'd he go?
Yeah, he just logged right out. But again, though, I mean, this is I don't know what it is, but it's I got one, and somebody else in my group got one too.
Yeah, it was Batside. He's in chat.
Yeah.
So you can ignore him as well. And Jareth is now mad because I got a death vest, even though it was given to me. Thank you again, by the way. It looks fantastic.
That's right. You just have to mod your gear now.
I never agreed to that.
I know you didn't agree to it. I'm just telling you, you're going to do it.
Now, see, that is peer pressure. You making that video, that's not peer pressure. I know peer pressure.
No, that video was the result of peer pressure. Okay.
Oh, okay. Britt, how's your week been?
Oh, mine's alright. We actually got a few new members in our league, so
Yeah,
that was pretty
how
cool.
the tryouts go?
Well, they weren't really tryouts. It was more just getting a couple of other people to play with them and just kind of get to know them. But I'm excited. We have more people in the league now, and I think we're at a really good place. I'm excited for SM too. So
Look.
we've had some people that have stopped playing or just not playing as much. So we needed a couple more people just to like round out our group.
Look, if you need a controller that bad, I mean, I will drop Rage as my main and go on my Quantum character, and I will troll for you. For you.
Okay.
Not for new. Fuck new. I will troll for you. He ain't getting power. I will find a way where he is not getting power from me.
I don't know. Has anybody invited Trex to that one chat you guys got, Britt?
The KY chat?
Yeah, the KY chat.
I don't think so.
There's a what?
You should. Me and New have like this love-hate relationship in that chat. It's like every day. It's like, I'll be just like playing or something like that, and then be like, SP. And I'll be like, yeah, and he's like, you suck. Or then like the next day he'll be like, I love you. I can't believe you guys invited Sargent to that chat, though.
I don't know how he got the chat, but it's whatever. I had a lovely discussion with him today about how he told me that he doesn't block in Elite. You know how after the orb phase, Dr. Light teleports to the middle and does that one shot?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't block that because I just have tunnel vision. I'm like, what?
Wait. Tunnel vision or quantum tunnel?
Tunnel vision?
No, just tunnel vision, and that he's not paying attention. And I'm like,
everybody's yelling block in his ear.
Yeah,
and
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have no excuse. People are telling you to block. Like, why wouldn't you block? That's just you being lazy.
I'd stop carrying them in there, man.
No, that's what I said. I'm not running with you anymore, knowing that you purposely do that. And he's like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, yeah, it is, because you're basically a liability to the group. So why would I ever want to run with you knowing that you do that on purpose?
And they say they say rage melee DPS is risky. I mean, I got Soups in my ear yelling block the entire time Dr. Light is doing the cast and doesn't stop saying block until he is done.
Yeah.
Like, every time it happened, I really just want to shout, like, oh my god, I get it, Soups. I fucking get it.
But that's the easiest one shot.
Though. It's like, some people don't get it,
But that's the thing. That is the easiest one shot to block. There is no reason that you should ever die to that.
Yeah,
I get like
that's easier
an accident.
That's easier than Carol's one shot.
Yeah,
it really is. I'm just like,
because you've got a solid 15 seconds at least.
Right? But
to
you
stop
know
what you're doing and hold the block button. There's nothing there for you to burn. You can't even target him until after he does it.
No, I gotta set up my PI. I gotta set it up. It's okay. I got this.
That's right, Sergeant. You sit there and you be speechless in the chat.
But there's nothing he can say about it. Like, there's nothing that he can say to justify not blocking. It's like, wow. I don't get DPSs like that. Like, I just... Or, I shouldn't say DPSs, just players like that in general. It's like, you're going to be a liability to your group just because you don't want to block? Like, what?
That's okay.
And then he's going to go into something about how, oh, it's not that serious. Okay, guy.
Always block.
Coming from the guy who sent some scathing tell to somebody else, and he like fucked it up and ended up putting it in group chat about how he was gonna post this guy and like all this other stuff. Oh, not that serious. All right, guy.
I love you.
Okay. Coming from the guy who rage quit an HH raid group that he put together and begged me to join him. Yeah, it's not that serious.
Not that serious.
Invites a 111 CR into the freaking... Nah, it's not that serious.
My week is pretty good. I got some good rage testing done. I also did switch up my loadout. I have to say, and even to that tank that we don't talk about from that raid that we did last night, Soups. Was it last night? No, it was the night before. When we did Blackest Night and the tank would not move Necron and Blackhand to the spot.
I was not on for that last night.
No. Yeah, wait.
Or the night before. I wasn't on for that the night before.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
I think you probably logged on just to do something.
I didn't get on until late.
Okay. So, yeah, we had a tank that wouldn't move Necron and them over, but I did melee rage DPS the entire raid. I was pretty excited that I did it. Grundy sucks. I hate you.
Ugh.
Wait, he wouldn't move them while you guys were doing the canisters, or
he did not move once the canisters were done. Once the shield was done.
Oh, he didn't go back over where the ad spawned.
Yeah, he once he finally did though. The problem was that Necron, he did not take Necron with him. Necron ended up where the pancakes go, behind us. He was behind the entire group, and finally pulled him over where he needed to go. So that it was rough. It was rough. But I did pancake. I did lay a pancake around the tank one time. That was my bad. I own it. But learning lesson. I during the Necron fight, I learned and got better at it for coming into the fight and backing out. Because that last turn that we actually finally downed him, I'm in the fight, and then I know he's about to do his pointy thing, and I back out. I look for the tell. He points to someone else. I'm back in the fight. I'm back in. So back and forth as a melee DPS, I was like, yeah, this is badass. I love this. This is the best ever. So that enjoyed me. I found so much enjoyment from that fight because I did that and survived. I did not die that entire fight. I was like, yes, no pancakes, no death. Trex is on top of the world. And I think I was number 3 out of, I think, maybe 4 DPS. It was hard because Tiny was, of course, number 1. What is Tiny's power?
He's atomic.
He's atomic?
He's pretty beast DPSing with it.
Yeah, he blew.
He gets that AM burst. He's got that AM burst loadout. He does something different with it than what I do. That's all I can say. He puts out a lot of damage.
No one was catching that up. And Keebler was doing DPS, I think, during some fights when he needed to. When Grid couldn't actually solo heal it, Keebler stepped in to switch to healer. But it was Tiny, Keebler, and then myself. And then Gargamon, I think Jareth. I remember Gargamon got ahead of me one time because I died during one take. And I was done. But yeah, but after all that, I was like super happy with how I performed with my rage loadout. Really happy.
Nice.
So, and I can't wait for Game Day 58. Cannot wait. Because right now I typed this big post thing to some people talking about rage. And it's hard because I see where players are coming from with wanting Outrage's cooldown lowered. I see it. I also see the issue where players want Dreadful Blast to do the melee range damage once in melee range. I see where the players are coming from now. Because we as a rage melee DPS, we are kind of forced into a loadout. We have to have Bloodlust. We have to have Relentless Anger. We have to have either Gall and Eruption or Plasma Wretch. Those are 3 constants. The other 3 have to be combos. So in melee, we have Outrage and Eviscerate and Chain. Well, we're going to have Revenge in there because Revenge is another big hitter. But when you're in melee and you have to back out, you're now officially in mid-range. And what are you going to do? You can't do anything. So that's where you need Dreadful Blast. So you could have Dreadful Blast in your loadout and replace it with Revenge. But when you're in melee and you're using Dreadful Blast, you're just doing the same damage you would do in range. So there's no difference. So it's this issue that I'm definitely seeing where players are coming from now. Now, for me personally, I am okay with that. I'm going to try out a loadout in Melee with another Necron fight. I'll put Dreadful Blast in on live. I don't care if it is, the mid-range stuff isn't there. I'm just going to try it and see what it looks like. And see if Dreadful Blast does make a difference. And then try it again after game update 58. And see what happens. Because this definitely does bring an issue for Rage. Where I don't think lowering Outrage's cooldown is going to be okay. I don't think it needs to be changed. Outrage is already a so powerful attack that would definitely make it a little bit overpowered, in my opinion. And I ran my loadout with Eviscerating Chain and Outrage as my only two combos, actually, since Oa Under Siege, maybe even before. So I've worked with those two powers by themselves, and maybe it's just because I'm not a clipper so often that I can make those two powers work together. Because I like the animations too; they're nice. What can I say?
You should try when you're doing like your mid range or whatever. How far is the range on Frenzy?
Mid range, I can hit it at mid range, but the problem is with Frenzy
I would do Frenzy, Dreadful Blast, and Eviscerating Chain.
Oh well, Eviscerating Chain will hit mid range.
I know doesn't. I know Frenzy doesn't cancel your Rage Crash.
No, it's just the fact that if I remember correctly, I don't think Eviscerate, the actual combo, is a mid range. I don't think that hits mid range, which is the finisher. But the issue with Frenzy will hit mid range, but when you hit that last combo, the last combo hit for Frenzy, it moves you forward. So you will have to keep adjusting yourself if you get too close and you become in melee, which again is tough to see in this game because we don't really have identifying markers. You're just kind of ballparking at this point. That's why I use a mitigator when wait, what's a I don't use a shield. Shields are for pussies. Now I'm actually thinking if I ever use a shield on... No, not even my controller actually has a shield. I just realized this. I don't run with shields. Quantum tunneling for the win. But I am completely excited for Game Update 58 for the Rage changes. Completely excited. I absolutely love it. Just loving it. But, okay. So, we of course have to go in. We're going to now talk about switching over to the live server and the test server changes. But before I actually talk about it, because I want to go ahead and log out of the game, because the CR differential came back online, so I only get to have a weekend to play with it. Thanks, MEPS. Ugh. So I at least wanted to... Oop, wrong one. There it is. I at least want to be on... I'm on test server right now, and the St. Patrick's Day event is on test now. Yay. And it comes with 2 new auras. The first one is the St. Patrick's Day aura, or the Shamrock aura, really. So you got nice little shamrocks falling from some empty space above you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then, what I cannot wait to rock, because the My Little Pony aura has finally arrived.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Leave me alone. It's my thing. Here we go. The Rainbow Aura. Feel it. Embrace it. It reminds me of that He-Man video that went viral. Like what, last year?
The Hey Yeah?
Yeah, that one, yeah. Nyan Cat, that's another one, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh man, too bad you don't have a red cat trinket to go with that aura. You could have a Nyan Cat.
Why?
You could have a Rage Nyan Cat.
Why do you say such things to me? I thought we were friends. But yeah, so let me actually check the Shamrock aura and see what it does when it moves. I doubt it does anything. Nope, it stays with you. No movement to it. So, okay. So apparently Crappy is in a test league called Buff Nature. Wow, dude. Look, I've seen you DPS. Shut up, you're fine.
I got $5 says he started that league himself. and he's the only one in it.
I bet he is. But so I am not currently sure. I think both of them once again are going to be on the marketplace. I want to say the Shamrock Aura is going to be the one that's going to drop. But no, actually, they don't have St. Patrick doesn't have an event, so I guess the only way, or the Vault maybe, the Aura's dropping the Vault.
I think one's for the Vault and the other one's for the marketplace.
There we go. So
one drops in content, I believe.
Yeah.
And the other one marketplace.
Content?
Maybe just the event. I don't know.
Well, St. Patrick doesn't have
no, wait. There is no event. So yeah, it'd have to drop in content.
Maybe the Vault, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't care. I'm spending money. I'm getting this Rainbow Aura. The power of Grayskull. Cool. I gotta leave test because Crappy is creeping me out. He's so tiny. So we do have a couple of emails because I did post earlier this week that if you have emails, email us to ask questions about Stats Matter.
And email us questions, not essays.
Yeah, a person that shall not be named. You know who you are.
We're not looking for a thesis question that you ask.
Ugh. So the question somehow is actually right here. Again, you shall not be named, but you know who you are. All right. So my question is: will powers be nerfed again because we have players that are too lazy to go out there and gain skill points or put mods in their gear? Guilty. Or put white mods in their gear? Not guilty. Or will the devs ignore the people that are too lazy to go out and get stats up and done?
Question: will powers be nerfed again because we have players that are too lazy to go out? No, I don't think so. They've been doing the damage passes for what? We're going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
And they're wrapping up. They got let's see. Hard Light is on update 57 right now. Rage Munitions is on there. They say what's next yet?
After Rage and Munitions, no. We still have to wait for game update 57.
That covers all the important ones. So
yeah,
they could probably stop after Rage and Munitions.
Yeah. Yeah. No one cares about sorcery, nature, electric,
Earth.
Oh damn! I forgot about Earth. Wow, that hurts me.
To blow up in the chat. Waiting for Crappy to blow up in the chat. Yeah, there he is. He's all nature.
Again, Crappy. I've seen you DPS. Nature is fine. You had me before I saw his numbers. Nature needs to be buffed. I get that.
I think he'd like to be able to DPS without flip slash though. Yeah.
Well, as a one-handed person, I don't know what this means. So.
But no, I don't see them nerfing powers or anything like that. I mean, at the end of the day, all these powers are being tonso tested. All right, so even with the CR differential being removed, you still, the tests were still 126 CR on a 126 practice dummy for the parsers and everything. So
yeah,
the damage, the way the tests are going to be done, isn't going to change anything. So I don't see why removing the CR differential should change anything either. Are some players going to surpass other players once this hits live? Absolutely. And I feel it's justified because if you're willing to put in the work to mod your gear, get your skill points, then you should be benefiting from that, not just and not being beat out by somebody with 50 skill points just because they have 2 CR higher than you.
Yeah.
And they got luckier with drops, or they spam the freaking replays on a raid. So yeah, I don't see it changing. I don't see them nerfing powers.
All right. And the next question actually comes from Professor Spark. Hi, Spark. All right, so first, these are 3 questions. First, do you think DCO is making too many big changes and therefore alienating huge groups of players at a time? It's a thinker.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say this. In MMOs, it's about evolution. Sometimes it does lead to de-evolution. Things have to change. It can't really stay a constant because things come up in coding, or devs think that this is going to probably help, or it actually turns out to hurt. It's MMOs are definitely trial and error. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And are there too many big changes? Probably, but it's also, if we look at the time frame, if we look at it just by months, it isn't too much of a it's probably too big of a gap. But in our minds, like we're coming into game update 57. It's coming soon, and we still have in our minds 47. That's at least somewhat 10 months ago, if we go by like a monthly thing.
Yeah.
So that's how we have it in our minds. Like, we still have Game Update 47 in our minds. But that was 10 months ago. So it's about a year. Every year comes with a big change to see how it goes. And that's really what it does.
I honestly, I mean, I feel, when it comes to big mechanic changes, that, they should probably try to space them out more.
Yeah.
Because, the question, that first question, it's got some good points to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, less than a year ago is when they big CR differential change, and that, really changed up the way this game was played. It changed up the way people, worked on their characters. It changed up the way that people progressed in the game. It ended up being, rather than, a slow grind, to get your gear and get your skill points up, side by side to each other. It ended up being, I just need the gear. That's all I need. And then it ended up being, so I don't need the mod because, my CR is good enough. And then it ended up being, I don't need to get my skill points up either, and then now we've got all these people who, for lack of a better term, have no freaking clue what they're doing, trying to fill in for roles, like controlling and healing and tanking and stuff. As you yourself, obviously, ran with, you said yourself, you guys ran with a tank the other night, didn't know that, oh, hey, the ads are spawning on the other side of the room and killing everybody. Maybe I should get over there, to that spawn location, so I'm automatically aggroing the ads before, and this is an end content. People who are playing end content in this game, I'm sorry, you should know how to play your role well by the time you are doing the tier 2 raids. And the vast majority of people, probably people that play this game probably haven't even stepped foot in the tier 2 raids, outside of maybe one, because, oh, hey, look, oh man, I can go do FOS now because my CR is up high enough.
Now, for the alienating part, and this is where I always go back to World of Warcraft, because that's where I came. That was my game, introduced me to MMOs. I was a veteran player. I was from vanilla, from the good old days. I'm old. And for the alienating players, they basically almost changed every year as well when they started doing expansion packs. Because their expansion packs led to doing new things. And that was almost like every year they almost came out with the expansion pack. So and this is where the alienating group comes from, because I left when Cataclysm came, and I didn't like how the bosses were so nerfed and damaged. I just did not like it. Then came the Mists of Pandaria, which changed the talent trees dumbed them the fuck down, and I hated it. Just hated it. And so, of course, if you don't like something that you're playing, stop playing it. And I kind of somewhat did. I have the itch. It's always there. It never goes away. That's what happens when you're an addict. I admit it. Wow, crack is real.
Sparks clarifying his question a little bit here in the chat.
Oh.
For all those of y'all out there listening, not live, he's saying the question is whether those players who left are coming back when you make the next big change. I can't speak for all the players, but I do know of at least 3 players that have started coming back to the game. Actually, 4 players have come back to the game in the past couple of months. One of them came back specifically because of the changes that were being made to PvP. But I just had a buddy of mine from my Descendo League. He came back today. Maybe sticking around for a while. I'm hoping so, because he's a good guy. I like having him around. But there's another guy too, and I don't know if it's because of the stats matter changes that are coming across or anything like that. But I like I said, I mean the CR differential. I won't deny. Like Trex said, big changes. They are going to, I wouldn't say alienate, but they're going to turn people off to the game.
Yeah.
And if they change it back, does it bring people back? I'd like to think so. I mean, we've seen a huge resurgence with, and this doesn't have anything to do with the CR differential, but we saw a huge resurgence of people coming back for PvP with the recent changes they did. So, and I've just been told that the 3 other guys that were freaking in my league last year just logged back onto the game.
And I can tell you this now. World of Warcraft's next expansion pack is coming out, I think, later this year. I'm going to pick it up. I still don't like some of the changes that WoW has done, but I'm still going to go back to it. And if you just stay in touch with the game and see what's happening, it might get that spark. See, pun. To want to come back to play the game. They just have to pay attention. But I mean, sure enough, I haven't played WoW in like maybe 6 months. But sure enough, this next expansion pack, I will be there day 1 with my collector's edition because, well, I like the mouse pads. They're great. I'm using 2 of them right now. But yeah, so big changes. Some big changes may bring back players if it's back to where they wanted. And the stats matter coming back for skill points. I think it will bring back a lot of good players. Once it gets on test server, I expect people to really come back once we start seeing videos again. But let's move on. Question 2. Do you think they're going to make mods count towards CR again? Hell no.
No.
Nope.
Nor should they.
Thank you.
I was able to mod tier 2 gear with 6 expert mods, so I could walk into wastelands and get carried through the Raven bounty to get 85 gear. So no, they should not be bringing that back at all.
And then the last one. Do you think it's fair for them to expect us to rely on stats again, with one big factor being mods, when they are replacing our gear so quickly and irregularly?
See, that's a sticky issue. That right there is a sticky issue for me. I mean, I can afford to get the total recovery kits. I don't mind going out and farming for the extra bits that I may need to make up for any bites I may lose if I only use a 7 recovery kit or an exceptional recovery kit. I don't mind doing that, but the cost of modding has gotten kind of excessive as far as the bites are concerned. I mean, Britt, I know you've got like a whole freaking bank full of them, so I know it doesn't really bother you. But do you still use total recovery kits?
Well, hell yeah, I don't use exceptionals. I'm getting all my bites back.
Listen to her.
I'm not getting partial bites back. I'm getting all of them back. So I will gladly use Total Recovery Kits. I just wish Total Recovery Kits gave you more than just the bites. Like, I wish there was a little more value with them, where you would get back maybe not all of the resources you use to craft the mod, but had a chance to get some of them back. I would definitely like that. But.
That would be cool. Honestly, I think, as far as like, not just the bytes being, the cost and everything like that, but obviously the complex and all that, it's, it can be so hard to get complex half the time anymore. I still stand by it. I got that post up on the tax for it because, I was going to be hurting people's, money making schemes on the broker, but give us a freaking plan so we can like combine a whole bunch of simple into one complex. I think that would be awesome.
Pretty nice.
That would be awesome.
Well, that would be really nice because for some reason they up the amount of simples you get now, and I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand why from one green you'll get 3 simples, but from the same green you'll get only one complex.
I salvaged a blue one time and I got 8 simples from it. I'm like, why?
I know.
Why don't you just smush those assholes together and give me one complex?
Yeah, like, I don't think anybody's hurting for simples, and if you are, I mean, I'll give you some. I just delete them now because I don't need them. But it's like I don't get that. Like, I don't get why you would give us more simples when that's not anything anybody's been hurting for.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think they do need to look at the cost in modding, though. Simply because not everybody can afford their Total Recovery Kits. Not everybody has the time to go out and farm. Some people are just too lazy to do it.
Guilty. No lie. I'm not hiding it. I don't want to do it.
That's the issue with replacing your gear. You're replacing your gear though within the same amount of time as you were before.
Yeah, it's still every 3 months.
Is the argument that the issue that the mods just it costs a lot, like in resources to make the mod?
Well, I think people feel. I think the perception is that placing our gear a lot quicker now because we were getting monthly content now. When, like you said, though, it's not really the case because, like, the chess pieces that we're getting right now is going to be the best chess pieces we can get for the next 3 months.
Right. It's just the order is a little different than it was before.
Yeah, so I think people aren't budgeting their their R&D correctly.
So would a solution be bringing synthetics back? Which I think if we get new mods, I feel the synthetics would definitely be making a comeback. Because I think the last synthetics that we can get would be from the Mascara from Amazon Fury Part 2, right? From Karen.
Right. We don't have 7 mods yet, do we? Synthetics.
Nope.
They're on test.
How come they haven't introduced those yet? We've been doing Tier 7 for a while now.
I don't.
It feels like forever.
I don't get that either. I don't understand why synthetics haven't been brought up to date with everything else.
But yeah, so hopefully in the coming times we'll hear some updates on the R&D system from SJ. So.
But right now, though, folks, all right, if you are looking to mod your gear, all right, there is still the 6 synthetics out there, or you could PvP and buy 6 expert prefab ones from the PvP vendor, and and that vendor actually sells dual stat prefab mods.
He does.
And yes, you can equip them on your PvE gear.
So, moving into the server hotfixes. Looking here at live that came out on Wednesday. For a PvP update, the Hand Blaster's uppercut mastery should now be tuned correctly, along with the other abilities in PvP. Hold that thought, Soups. Hold that thought. Just want you to just pinch it real fast. I want you to hold it right there.
I
In the 8-player prison break, they fixed an issue where sometimes the mercenary captain was not dropping loot. Never saw that, thankfully. And then Dr. Light's spin attack had its damage reduced and will now respect when block is being held. Oh my god. Oh no, I just made a rape joke about Dr. Light. Oh my god, I feel bad. I feel really horrible. Okay, sorry. Just popped in my head. And then they changed the duration time of the spin attack.
I think Meps made the rape joke, to be honest with you.
Oh my god, it's still in my mind. I can't stop laughing. Oh god. Damn it, that's your wording.
I mean, seriously, if you look at the wording of it, I mean, now Dr. Light knows that no means no. You know,
Oh god. Okay. All right. For those that don't know, in the comics, like I don't think it was like maybe in the New 52 version. I can't really remember, but Dr. Light actually, Dr. Light was a rapist. There's no easy way to say it. He was a rapist. I think he raped his wife or something, and that's why we don't really see the male Dr. Light. We see the female.
Didn't he? Wait, wasn't it Sue Dibney he raped?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having, and just, I remember when Dr. Light first came out, I'm like, wait, we're going to have this guy in this game? Do we not know him? So, but luckily that's not that version of Dr. Light, but, you know, the name is surrounded. So, of course, you know, oh, Dr. Light, oh, look, he will now respect you when blocking. Oh, my God, thank you for phrasing. Oh, God, okay, I'm good. And so finally they changed the duration of the spin attack. This will make it so that when the spin is done, the damage will stop from the beam. Okay, so, whew, I feel good. I feel fine. All right, so I remember I didn't get to watch the video from the People's podcast, but I did see. I think the headline was 70% reduction on hand blasters?
Yeah, I guess Meps posted later that it was, or wasn't, I'm sorry, it wasn't Meps that posted later. It was one of the PC test guys that has gone on there and he's tested out all the weapon damage and all that, and he's determined which ones he feels are doing too much damage and which ones aren't. But they came out and said one of the combos that he said was broken and doing too much damage was Hand Blaster's uppercut. Another weapon, you know, they said had a couple of combos that were doing too much damage with Shield, which I could agree with them on one of the combos because it was a short combo and it was, you know, hitting too hard for a tap hold combo. Mm-hmm. But the other combo, and you know, not to mention the Shield being a slower weapon, I felt the damage was a bit justified. But it apparently currently has a 50% nerf right now to those combos on test. Hand Blasters, however, received a 70% damage reduction to the uppercut mastery because it was just hitting too hard. It was broken. And you know, surprise, surprise! Of course, this was the preferred weapon by the PC, you know, PvP testers during the whole first damage reduction thing. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, at 70%, it might sound like it's too much, and maybe 60% would have been better. I don't know, but you know, in my mind, Hand Blasters has always been a ranged weapon, so its melee attacks should not be, you know, doing massive amounts of damage to begin with. Also, you have to take into account right now we are dealing with you cannot be interrupted. Your tap attacks, you just tapping melee attacks on somebody who's holding block. You cannot be interrupted or block countered until you get to that 5th tap. Right now, it used to be 3 in arenas, but now it's 5. So with that change, that made hand blasters even more preferred weapon to use because 1, uppercut mastery was hitting too freaking, and 2, you can only do 3 taps with hand blasters, right? And it's a tap hold for hand blasters uppercut, and the uppercut is single target damage, so you had no worries of being screen blocked when you did that combo. So it got 70% nerf. Personally, I feel is justified. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why they made it 5 taps was because again, the PC PvP testers were complaining about screen blocking so much that they said that hand blasters was the only viable weapon. This was when it had its AoE block break. However, because no other weapon in the game had an AoE block break, since they removed it from rifle and dual pistols, they decided that they came out and they said they missed this one, so they removed the AoE block break from hand blasters. So with the AoE block break removed from hand blasters, the PC PvP testers came out and said, well, now we've got everybody's just going to be screen blocking all over the place. There's no way to combat it. You of all people should know as well, and I know me and Brittany have talked about it, screen blocking has never been a huge issue in PvP, at least on the console side. We've dealt with it, but we've figured out ways to deal with it. Nobody ever, the only time anybody ever went into screen block was to get an immunity off somebody else. These PC PvPers who apparently are some of the quote unquote best ever, they said that there was absolutely no way to combat screen blocking now with the AoE block break removed from hand blasters. So the devs reached a compromise with them to basically get them to stop whining and shut up. I feel, and made it to 5 taps instead of 3 taps as a temporary fix until they could look at other things. Hopefully, and honestly, I think it would be beneficial for all weapons and all players in this regards is they put it back to 3 taps, because now there's complaints coming out about long ass combos hitting too hard, which honestly, long ass combos should hit hard. All right, there's people complaining about Shield's 5 tap hold right now on live and on test. Still, they're saying it's hitting too hard. Well, I'm sorry, it's a 5 tap hold combo. If you are letting somebody get a 5 tap hold combo off on you, suck up the damage, buddy, because you're too dumb not to block.
Big scoop.
That's my opinion. Yeah, if you don't let me big scoop you.
Yeah, but the thing with that, though, is that you basically, even if you do try to block it, you can basically get baited into blocking because of that 5 tap, because of the change. So you're kind of screwed either way, because if you block, they're just going to block break you because they know that you're going to block it. I don't know. I just feel like you're kind of you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Smurf says 7 tap is hitting for 100K. He doesn't see anybody complain about that.
God.
But yeah, it's like Brittany just said, and Prominent you said as well. You're there in the chat. I mean, it's the ultimate bait. It is the ultimate bait. I mean, you're seeing people right now. Hand blasters by far, to me, it's the I'm not going to say cheesiest, but it's the easiest one to do that bait and switch on with somebody, because you just stand there just la la la, just swinging back and forth. You know, it's, oh, they're blocking, boom, block break. You know, that block break is so fast. But yeah, they need to put it back to 3-tap. They need to put it back to 3-tap. If they put it back to 3-tap, I think, you know, all the complaints and the crying from these guys about long combos hitting too hard, those will go away.
Well, it's just a boring way to fight. I mean,
Yeah.
all you're doing there is basically tapping until somebody does something and you can counter them. It's just
the thing
it's not fun.
The thing is too, it's ridiculously easy to get off because, you know, everybody knows, like you guys said, you know, it's the ultimate bait. You know, they're going to block. Well, then they're going to block break me. No, you know, so nobody's bothering to block because, you know, I'm not going to get block broken. So now I have to eat this, you know, 13K freaking, you know, 5-tap, 6-tap, and all that from this guy because, you know, I'm afraid to block and get countered, and I've done it, you know, consistently in some arena matches since the change came in. I've like just sat there. I haven't even weapon mastery, man. I don't even weapon mastery. I'll like 7-tap somebody and then hit them with freaking Geiger and they'll die. It's sad. So they need to put the 3-tap back. If they put the 3-tap back, I think freaking people will stop complaining about the long combos hitting so hard. Because they should hit hard.
Right.
They should hit hard. Mega Smash should damn near kill somebody, as far as I'm concerned. That's a 4-tap hold. Or that's not even a tap. That's a 4-hold combo. And it's so freaking slow. If you're getting hit by Mega Smash, you deserve it. You deserve to get Mega Smashed.
All right, and over here on the test server, it happened today, the St. Patrick's Day seasonal, as we discussed earlier on the show. Mr. Mixaplick is back. We get new feats: the Shamrock and Roll, and the Luck O the Fifth Dimension. Did not look at what those feats were. Whoops. Of course, probably one of them's got to be the new base items feat. Yay! So we get new base and style items, and we also get the new Shamrock Aura that has a chance to drop from the vault. There we go. And then they also have the Rainbow Aura that will be available on the marketplace during the event. The Rainbow Aura will be sold or bought. Yeah, bought. It will be bought. It will be bought. So for game of day 58. Oh shit! This is really what I should have been on test for this. For UI, for the research and development, you can now archive rarely used recipes from the assembly tab in the R&D UI. These recipes are moved into their own archives tab and can be accessed there if desired. I'll give you a moment.
Oh my god!
About frickin' time.
Oh my god!
I think the way Soups feels right now is if a woman was like just proposed to marriage on the spot. She's like, "Oh my god!"
No. If she was paying me, maybe. All right, not going down soon. Still,
right, Spark? Right? I mean, give this man a towel.
No, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome because, like, you know, all these, you know, from Alpha through freaking Tier 7, so many freaking plans. Not just the mods, but the supplies, too. You know, all the consumables and everything. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
I'm just happy we have tabs. It's a new day. It's a new day. Tabs are coming. More tabs. We need more tabs.
Showcase says quality of life achievement 9,000. Not quite over 9,000, but it's a 9,000. I'll give you, yeah.
And then finally, some episode 22 for the alert. Some of malfunctioning Derail's AI abilities in the elite mode have been tuned for difficulty. The Captain Zol fight has had a minor damage tuning pass to increase the challenge a bit in the elite mode and normal mode. Players now have additional time to accomplish the crystal transports in the Fortress boss fight. Players should be able to get loot successfully after the Fortress boss fight, even if they open the loot picker menu but don't select loot before being teleported to the Phantom Zone. That just sounds like a headache. The new Kryptonian militia members will mosey more quickly while trying to escape the Phantom Zone for the final boss fight, and adjusted a few enemies so they fire off their special abilities a little more frequently, which should make them a bit more difficult. Mosey, Meps? Really? Just because you're in Texas does not give you the right you get to use the word mosey. But I will give you credit for using that word so efficiently.
No.
I'm giving it to him. I gotta give it to him. Will mosey more quickly. Oh, Meps, you are something, sir. You are something. So, alright. Now it's time for the biggin. The nice, juicy steak of the show. Hashtag stats matter. So, earlier this week, we had Meps post on the forums talking about the removal of the combat rating differential and bringing back the fact that stats will matter once again in fights in PvE. So, what is the CR rating or the combat rating differential? Well, the combat rating differential was I'm not gonna say a bad thing. It was something that was really wonky that came out in Game Update 47. The CR differential was basically your CR determined how much damage you're doing to the boss and how much damage you were going to take from that boss, or really NPC, enemies, whatever. In hindsight, what it was supposed to do was basically give us a flat. I mean, because it also happened during the stats flattening stage as well. But the player and NPC stats were adjusted and flattened. All right, so it was, in my eyes, it was supposed to really just give players, especially new players, kind of a little even playing field against players like Soups and Bray, who have like over 200. And so, in all honesty, the CR differential was basically for me. I mean, I have a 136 now, working on 138.7. But I mean, I wasn't going to hit that high because, one, I didn't have the drive, and two, I just didn't have that drive. That's apparently not for me. So the combat rating differential was really supposed to just flatten everything out, and the higher your CR went, the stronger you would be. Well, it was implemented. Some people liked it, some people hated it, some people loathed it, some people burnt buildings down, and it was wonky, to say the least. It was really wonky. Shiny Mackerel posted a very detailed post about the CR differential between the tiers, between different things, and it was up and down. It was really wonky. But finally, the devs got it polished, and it looked like it was working where it was supposed to. But here's the thing. Players like Soups and Brittany, who have over 200, they felt shafted, and rightfully so. Because their stats...
Anybody over 180 would feel shafted.
Oh, thank you. Now
anybody over 150 would feel shafted. anybody over 1 shafted because of this. Somebody went in 30 skill points.
Oh. I see what's going on. 1 second.
136 skill bar. Your CR was too lower. The next guy, that guy's still going to be doing more damage than you, even 50.
Hold on 1 second. You're breaking up.
If breaking up to...
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I'm trying to get that fixed right now. But so like if you went in to tank something, right? You went in to tank something. You have 136 skill points and all that. Your dominant actually ends up being higher, or just maybe 100 less than the other guy who has 2 CR higher than you. His survivability is way higher
than yours simply because, he got luckier with the gear drops. So yeah, anybody, Chocat actually hit the freaking magic number right there as far as DPS is concerned. Anybody over 77 skill points was getting shafted by this. Yep. Because there was basically, while, having those extra skill points did help, a little bit, it was only just a little bit. Anybody who modded their gear, with the best mods and all that, it had the stats. You could have 13,000 might, and the other guy's got 9,000 might. His CR is higher than yours. He's going to do more damage than you. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit right there, but
I like it.
But I mean, that's the basic gist of
it. Spark. Okay. So, all right. So that's the combat rating differential. In the announcement dev discussion thread, I will point out that Remainder did point out some. It was a flawed system, but it could have been so much better, and I would recommend you guys go into the actual dev discussion section and reading the thread. It is 22 pages, I get that, but it's a 22 pages of at least some good information, and at least try and find Remander's posts, because Remainder did drop off some great information in there. So, but that was a combat differential. It was meh, to say the least, and people got shafted. Super shafted. So, but then they came back and looked at what went wrong. We didn't feel like we were really strong. Our skill points did not matter after the people who have been playing for like 5+ years or so. We didn't feel stronger. We were chasing an arbitrary number instead of working towards making our self-characters better by having skill points, by completing feats. We did not have to worry about that, because why? It wasn't going to matter. So they came and looked at it and have made this decision. In brown. In brown boldness, we want stats to matter. We want you to want and need skill points and mods. We want your stat-related decisions to be strategic. We want you to chase down every advantage, and then we want you to utilize it to the best of your ability, not rely solely on one number. So, stats matter. What's next? So, moving forward, they're going to remove... Oh, it's orange? Well, really? Well, it could be an orange. Clearly... Okay, you know what? Fine. I am colorblind. Bleh.
That is orange.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now I got my orange scissors. It does. Okay, so... I will work on the pigmentation on my monitor. I'm sorry. So, what stats matter? Moving forward, the CR differential will be removed. And with that, they're going to have to adjust the stats on NPCs and players alike, because we're flat right now, but we're too flat a little bit. So we have to. I hate you people. Shut up, chill. Sorry. So after the changes, they're going to.
Orange is the new black.
Orange is the new black. That's right. Thank you for that. I love these people. So with the stats matter, they're going to basically, the changes that are going to come, the game is going to feel like it was around during episode 12 and 13, which is basically Amazon Fury Part 2. And they're going to have more details on what actually is going to occur during the stats matter in the coming months. This isn't going to be something that they can do like for the April game update. This is going to take some time and effort. Now, they did do a test. I think it was probably just yesterday, maybe even including the day before. Nope, it was just yesterday, because I went to go see a movie yesterday, and I get to be on the game. So yesterday, the developers turned off the CR differential for test. and this is, and they even explained that on the test, it was, they only turned it off. They didn't do any stat adjustments whatsoever. The reason that we were robot soups was because my CPU sucks.
What's that?
My CPU.
I roboting for me, sir.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Roboting
Like,
for both
I
of
can't
us.
believe that nobody else hears this. I don't know. But, like,
oh, Trex is fine.
like, Mike, was my headphones going out or something?
It's not you. It's me. My computer. My CPU is at 100% for some golf reason, and I don't know why. It's been like that for about maybe a month now, and I'm really pissed about it. So that's the problem.
Running at 100%.
My CPU. And so yeah, it's basically affecting the stream.
Maybe it's because you have open right now on your.
Nope, you sound robotic to me, so I can't really hear you. They can hear me because I'm speaking directly into the microphone, but I will work on that as much as possible. Sorry, so sorry. Oh God, yeah, my memory is actually, my RAM just kicked it up. That sucks. So okay. No, it's a CPU. I'm gonna have to just replace my CPU. She's broken. So okay, so the stats are gonna be changed pretty soon. So with the CR differential on test, they turned it off, and I remember Chillcat. I think I heard some stories from him that he tried to go into FOS 3, or he went into FOS 3 to solo it. You know, big CR 150 or whatever.
Oh.
Went to go solo it, and he couldn't get past the first wave of mobs. Like, it was bad. So it was something else. It's not, what the hell's a red tube? I don't know what that means. So the stats are going to be coming soon down the line. All right, so for the combat rating though, what does that mean for combat ratings? Because it's still going to be there. I'm not going to Google it. It sounds like something I don't want to Google. So for combat ratings, what does this mean? This means that for combat ratings, it's only going to tell you what content you can run. What originally combat rating was supposed to do in the first place was just tell you what content you can run. I did not want my stats to matter with combat rating anyways. You do not want to see it. It's quite bad. Quite bad indeed. Something happened with my RAM, most likely. I'm not happy with it. So, with the combat rating, like as a 150 something I am right now, it's only going to tell me what content I can run within my CR relevancy. So, it's not going to affect your stats anymore once this pass comes about. Oh, yes, chill. Yeah, couldn't get past the first set of ads in FOS 3 Novice as a 155 CR tune. Ouch. Ouch. So yeah, so that was on test. All they did was turn it off. They didn't do any stat adjustments whatsoever. So it was just a quick test. So let me tell you now, for the videos that you saw on the interwebs, on the YouTubes, of players freaking out about the whole CR differential on test for that day, saying that they couldn't solo FOS this, they couldn't solo Batcave this, ignore them. Just ignore them. Because one, it was only for a day. Two, the stats were not changed. So you were basically just walking in there with blah. Because that's all it was just blah. They didn't do anything to make it an effort to show that something changed on the test to test that content. So when you're looking through videos and you see someone in an FOS 3 video complain that they can't solo it, it's this is a secret stat clamp controversy. just ignore them. They're idiots. And they can't read. And that's sad. So, what I want to ask the group... Oh, shit, really? Damn. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do this. Let me pause. Let me restart the stream and see if that works. So, stay with us, everybody. Let me see if I can restart the stream and try and get this fixed out real fast. Hold on 1 second. All right, we are back. So sorry about that lag there. Hopefully it's not gonna worry about again. Stupid PCs. Shit was a Mac. Not.
Totally.
Steve Jobs, take care of my PC. So, all right. So I want to start off with Brittany for this, talking about CR differential, stats matters, all that stuff. What is your opinion on the removal of the CR differential?
Thank God. I'm happy that it's gonna basically be removed. I didn't like it from the beginning because I didn't like the fact that all the work that I did prior to Game Update 47 really didn't matter. All that mattered was that I got the top gear and there was no varying from that. You couldn't be at, let's say, 155 if you're, just pretend that SM is out and you're 155 and you're trying to run SM as a tank, you need to be 156. And you couldn't get around that really. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that everything that I had done prior to that really didn't matter that much. And I understand the grand scheme of things that the boost that you're getting from skill points isn't like this huge boost that's going to propel you to the top. I get that. But every little bit matters and helps, or did before. So now that that's being taken away, I'm super excited because all the work that I've put into my character is now going to mean more than my CR, which is just like I think his post said, it just should show you like where you're at progression wise. It shouldn't mean everything in terms of how your character performs. So right. I'm super happy about it, and I can't wait until it's implemented. Granted, I understand that some things are going to be out of whack. A lot of testing needs to be done, but it's going to be really awesome that your combat rating won't dictate how well you do or how well you perform. So that makes me happy.
All right. What about you, Soups?
I completely agree with her. As far as I'm concerned, combat rating should only mean content you can run and what is relevant, for you earning marks in. Yeah, obviously, stats matter, and all this. The stats of the gear should matter as well. But at the same time, if I can, if I can queue into an instance with my troller, and we're running with two trollers for some reason, and my VIT is higher than the other troll's VIT, and he's got 2 CR higher than me. I should be the one who's main throwing POT. Granted, I understand that POT overwrites now, so it doesn't overwrite anymore, so it doesn't matter who's throwing the POT out there. Really, but it was stuff like that was annoying to me. It was DPS is in with another fire DPS actually doing not that great of a job keeping his AM going, but he's 2 CR higher than me, so he's gonna be doing more damage. Go in and I can't tank something because I'm 4 CR too lower than what I need to be to survive, have a chance at tanking it. Like with the issues we had with Dr. Light. Remember, Britt? It was 156 tanks going in there getting one shot by him. It was ridiculous. If you were 152, forget about it. It was just it was no way in hell you were going to be able to tank. that, and like you mentioned with survival mode, I should be able to go in there if I've got full mods and skill points to where I've got 6,000 dominance for tanking. I should have a better shot at tanking something than somebody who's got two CR higher than me and only has 5,000 dominance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely for this.
Excellent, excellent. So, with this new change, there is the fear that, and a lot of players really express their fear. It's like, oh, this is going to suck. It's not going to be implemented right. They're going to screw it up. Well, duh. As I've been learning how to code for about a few months, possibly the past year, coding is not perfect. You will screw up something. Something will get screwed up. Welcome to online games. It's not a perfect system. But that's why test is there. We have to try and do as much testing in every single tier, every single instance as much as possible and give feedback. You going onto the test server to stand there and duel people, you are not helping. 3/4 of your pie, dear Lord. That's the whole pizza. He left you 2 slices, Dave. And you stand there, it's not going to help. You need to run the content. You need to be on the forums and post your feedback. If you want to make a video, great. Good job. You made a video. Post it on the forums. Post it. We need it. Now, this announcement also gave us where we've seen it on the forums a bunch of times. Where where we've seen the threads. Stats matter. Stats matter. Your skill points need to matter. We need our skill points back. Yeah. Seen them all over the thread. Seen them all over. This announcement comes. And the forums does a 180. Skill points don't matter. We don't need them. Who cares? All you need is 77. That's all you need. And you forum people are like the biggest bipolar I have ever seen.
I think it's different people.
Sometimes, man.
I think it's mostly just different people. Because people are just looking at there's that not having to go out there and farm feats and everything like that, get their skill points up, not having to mod their gear and everything. They're happy with it, so they're not saying anything. But then when it does come out and say, hey, we're going to make it so where your stats matter, and the more skill points you have, the more chance you're going to be able to do better at doing damage or tanking or healing or trolling. All of a sudden those people who've been kicking back for almost a year, not worrying about getting their skill points up, are like, oh my god, now I'm going to get picked up for bugs. Yeah. Probably not. Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, and there's also the fear that is going around that now that we're like in this high CR, like players are worried that the game is going to expect you to have over 200 skill points because that's what you need to go into further content.
No.
And yeah, exactly, Soups. No, you won't.
No.
Now, at the same time, I'm saying no because I believe it's going to be a no. Once we get on test server, we'll have a more definite answer. But I am not, as a 136 skill point person, I am not expecting the content to really be that difficult for me going forward. Even if I stay 136 for the next 3 DLCs. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. Most likely because stats-wise, with skill points did not change. But I am still getting gear that will increase my stats. Skill points is going to just be on top of that. So I'm keeping my gear as my stats go higher. Because, of course, gear is going to have higher stats. That's a no-brainer. The skill points, I can keep my skill points at that level. And I'm sure somewhere down the road in months' time, I'm going to hit that wall. That tells me, it's like, all right, look, Trex, you've done 136 pretty well at this point. Now you're going to need to pump it up a bit.
Yeah, time to get your lair item base feats done.
There is no pleasing you.
Time to maybe go out there and get at least your 250 treasures feat done.
Hey, I am trying. Okay?
Time to maybe complete out all of your launch collections.
Look, man, you need to back off, okay? Those are hard, all right? Those are random as hell.
Time maybe to go out there and find that expert level race.
Now, I will say I'm going to go back to start working on my challenge feats. Because apparently I'm only 53 away from completing 250.
Oh, thank God you have your exploration.
And I still have the 5 years after that. I'll just quit after 251. I think I'll be done at that point. Ugh. There's just no pleasing you.
Time to maybe start salvaging some of this extra gear.
Now, hold on here. I've done that.
So you can at least get 1,000 salvage items feat.
I think I hit that.
Maybe go out in open world and, find some of these exo bits that everybody's been talking about.
I don't want to go outside. I don't want to farm.
Here's one that you're definitely going to be working on. Your create feat. You start modding your own gear, you'll get that create 500 items feat done, Trex.
Well, I already completed the one of the earlier ones. I think 25. I have an alt that does it.
Hey, you know what? If you complete your collections out, you will complete out the Wizardly style, the Plant style, the Dresden 7 style.
Can I just wait for those to be like the green gear?
The Archer style, the red. Oh my God!
What? I'm doing it for Winged Fury.
All these styles, Trex.
I'm just waiting.
Oh my God! If you go out right now and just go kick the crap out of some of those sub avatars, get a 25-point feat by getting the Astral Alloy set done.
I already got that done.
Not according to the freaking.
Oh my God! Are you looking up? Are you looking me up? Are you?
Wow!
What an invasion of privacy! What is this? Good sir, I feel I need to be robed right now. I feel so violated.
I won't get you on you about any of the PvP feats.
Thank you, at least. God. Jeez.
But I mean, seriously, if you get on and like run an alert every day, eventually you will hit that 250 alert feat.
Look, I can't help it if I at that point I ran a lot of operations and that shit did not count until now.
Trex, you could walk into the Watchtower containment alert, get credit for an alert right there, and you could probably get the defeat the Eradicator without destroying any drones feat. You could do that by yourself.
I don't like how this conversation went. I feel we need to shut down the census. This has turned ugly.
Hey, Trex, did you know that the Battle for Earth duos not only count towards the 99 bottles feat that you still need to get, but also counts towards the other duo feat for to get you towards the 500 duos feat. And while you're in there, you can detonate bombs, destroy cybernetic viral pods, and save civilians to work towards those feats as well.
You shut the census down. This is not how it was supposed to be meant to be used.
Hey, I'm just, but me giving you advice is there that is concerned about needing to get their skill points. I'm giving you guys. You could work on. Yeah, the treasure chests are in those Battle for Earth duos. You're working on like 7 feats right there just by doing the Battle for Earth duos.
I don't need Pixie coming in here with your whole, I got over 100 skill points in 3 months. Why don't you have my back, woman? What is this? Everybody's turned against me.
Trex, if you was to log on right now, Smurf could walk you into Paradox Wave and get you the Epic Odyssey feat.
Yeah, you know what? I tried soloing that, and it did not work for me. I need a controller. I need power, and it just wasn't working for me.
You shouldn't need a controller if you're using Rage Melee.
Well, I get knocked down. I get up again, but it takes my power away.
Right.
And you know me, hashtag get good is not my vocabulary.
Trex, you could go into Gotham Wastelands, solo Raven, and
I've done
complete
that.
out the Prideful set. Or the Exalted set, rather.
Shoot, that's right. I need her 2 more times.
Yeah.
I meant to do that when I was doing other stuff. Yeah. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I worked on it. I beat her like 4 times in a row. Pissed off other groups. Which did not help because my name is recognized, so I had to stop that. What? I'm a nice guy. I didn't mean to. I was trying to finish my shit.
Trex, you log on right now. I guarantee you somebody in the league will help you get the Port Authority feat done. In the
that's
Amazon
that
Fury
freaking
1
box.
duos. Yeah.
Yeah. Memories.
Oh my God, Trex! There's so many feats here, man. Seriously.
Would you stop looking at me right now? This is creepy. You know what? Screw it. You're looking at me. I am completely exposed. Just jab the knife right there in my back, psycho. Just drag it right there. Just go ahead. Go ahead. No, just I want you to sign your name back there with the knife. Just sign it right there. Yes,
man.
there are feats in there that I could easily
Trex,
do.
Trex, you realize that wait a second. Okay, no, you have that feat. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've got the feat for bombshell posters. Never mind.
Oh shit.
I was about ready to say if you didn't have that feat, that's the easy feat in the game.
Huh. Bombshell posters?
Yeah.
How many posters do I need to get?
You've collected 11 of them, at least 11 of them.
Huh. That skipped my mind. I thought I was actually missing some.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't pay attention to these. I play a game for fun. And if I get a feat, yay. If not, then I just... whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still missing something from Lightning Strikes.
Brittany, are you sitting down?
Oh, shit.
All right. Trex has completed all of the feats for Demon's Plan and Deep Desires.
Oh, yeah, she knows. Oh, I spoke that up. I hyped the fuck out of that. Like, I completed an entire episode. Booyah! I was really happy. And you know what? Episode 22, I'm probably going to defeat all those feats too. Hopefully. I can do me some elite alerts.
Oh, man. All right. That was actually kind of depressing, though.
Did you expect it to be a happy fun time? It's not like you're going to look at a pile of poo and just like, ooh, that looks like fun. No! You know who I am. You know what I'm about. My feats are horrible. And you know, I'm only doing this out of spite because I don't have a feat named after the Sourcecast. You know, just the name Source, I would be happy. But no, we don't even get that. So I'm not going to complete any feats.
Ooh,
until
you know
we get a
what?
feat.
You know, I wonder if in Halls of Power 2 they could do that.
Right.
Well, we're dealing with the new gods, right? And there has been mention of the Source Wall.
Yeah. Let us be the
You
Source.
think Trex? I hope it would be a feat that Trex would never be able to get.
Damn it, woman. What is wrong with you?
You just said that you get on to have fun and you don't care about feats.
Well, damn it, I'm going to go play a feat named after me. I'm doing it.
Okay, well, like I said, I hope it's super, super hard so Trex never gets it.
You are my sunshine.
You know what? Believe it or not, to Raph Prime, believe it or not, Trex has completed all 100 of his Toyman challenges.
I hate you people. To think.
Really?
He has completed all 100 of his Toyman challenges. Not get on to get the last base items he needs to complete out all of the base items feats.
All right, look, I tried doing the Dynasty set. That just was not working for me. I tried. I really tried. But sadly, I really wish that there was a tool that allowed me to that told me where things dropped. I wish we had that tool. I remember Philosophy was working on like some furniture website for that.
I don't know about that, but let's take a look at here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here at the DCUO blog guide. Okay, they apparently do not have a listing of the layer items. But you know who could probably help you out with that? Somebody in the CRT who's been very helpful with I'm not going to say their name because I'm not going to out anybody else.
Wait, is it a her?
Believe so, yes.
Okay. Pretty sure I know who it is. But I don't know.
Every time I've asked, hey, where is this drop at? And they've been like, drops here. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I can always go to the forums and ask Owl. The wise Owl. But
yeah,
Bastard didn't even tell me how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Pop. So I can't even trust him anymore. He refused. It's a simple question. Your name is Al. You know your job. You're going to tell me how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. Do not send me to the website. But I have feats I know I need to get done. I just, I try to be a productive streamer and try to do other things on my streams. Play other games, because I also have ADD. Well, gamer ADD. So, yeah. Complete your skill points. That's basically what Soups is trying to get to.
Yep.
Complete your feats.
And like I said, Battle for Earth duos, you're working on like 7 feats.
That is true. That is true.
Not to mention the gear you got out there you can salvage. So that's 8.
Hey, I salvage everything I got.
Not to mention some of that gear in there dropped styles for roles that didn't drop for in previous content. For drop for different roles, so you could actually be working on some style feats too. So that's 9, 10, maybe 11.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, just here to help.
Anyways, back to the stats matter.
Hey, if Trex, it's everybody's stats matter, including yours. So
I know.
okay.
I am happy I'm at 136 right now. Oh shit, can you check if I got my mindset done? I think I did.
Your mindset?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I completed that.
If somebody's looking at your stuff, they probably. How could you not have your mindset done now?
I remember I was struggling with
That's
it
been dropping in
because...
all sorts of content.
Well, I mean, I got like 4 helms in like one run.
Oh,
But-
that's because you're trying to get it from that Catwoman challenge. You're not going to get it from that.
Isn't that where the mindset comes from?
That's where it originated. But you're not all the pieces drop in there. At least not anymore.
I'm pretty sure I did it way before the greens dropped for the mindset. Dave, there is no way to do that. They do not have a way to transfer live SP to test server. I mean, you can probably request it on the test server, on the test server forums to see if you could get it, if we could get it increased. But you're more than likely going to have to go and actually complete feats if you want your skill points higher on the test server. Basically, like your exploration stuff.
Yeah, you got your mind done. Your mind's
thank
done.
God. I'm pretty sure I got my Winged Fury set done as well, because all the pieces...
But it's like, I mean, some of these styles, you know, I mean, Tech Ninja, the Shaman.
Remember, Shaman never came
Kabuki.
for tank.
It does now.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Let's see here. The Remora set? Come on, Trex.
What? Fuck Aquaman.
I mean, you got lockbox styles you haven't completed yet.
Whoa, that's a no
Stalwart
duh.
Defender, Cybernetic, Noble
Nope.
Warrior.
Nope. Nope.
Master Mercenary, Lethal Zealot.
I have not... The only piece of Lethal Zealot I think I have is the helm, and that is the only piece I have ever seen. I may have the gloves, but I remember specifically having the helm because that is a bitchin' helm. Love it.
But yeah, I won't even get started on the iconic styles you ain't got done yet.
Oh, hell no. I'm happy I even got the tier 1 done.
Ignoring the PvP styles.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
those can suck it.
He's just having a field day with it.
She knew what I was all about. She knew all. I don't keep secrets from her. But yeah, it's the vendor styles that. Yeah, okay, not happening.
See, Dave, I get. I mean, yeah, it would be great if we could, you know, be granted more skill points and all that. Trex isn't that worried about it because on test he has more skill points than he does on live.
I do, and I still spec myself out to 136. You.
I hit 255 yesterday.
Congratulations, damn.
No, 260. What, you got 261, Brittany?
No, just 260.
260? She's, no, just 260. That's all.
That's okay. My 136 is pretty happy with my OP utility belt.
Well, clearly you need it, so
Thank you.
you can
I
have
do.
it.
That belt makes up for a lot of crap I'm missing. Feel pretty good. Chafes a bit though. Really wish it would stop.
You know, that belt doesn't count as an elite piece. Do you know that?
What, the utility belt?
Yeah, it doesn't count as an elite piece.
Why would it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it should, but I'm just saying it doesn't. Some people thought it did.
Oh.
Would it be good if it did? If it took like an actual, like if Adam's belt from prison?
It'd be kind of cool if it did. It'd be kind of cool if it did, but I'm not sweating it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Brittany, J2K in the chat right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who thought I salvaged the only one I had. I told you about in the comments on my video.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the one who was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that. No love is worth an OP utility belt." Those were his words. I swear to God.
But him salvaging the belt doesn't make me mad. I mean, I don't have a belt either way, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you coming by with that freaking red cat while I'm staying in the watchtower was uncool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you talking about how your utility belt is somehow chafing you. My bad, Trex. My bad.
Because I was sure enough explaining something to a viewer who had a question, and all of a sudden in my ear, I just hear a meow. I'm like, oh, wait.
You can play at this game, Trex. Don't worry.
Ugh. It was nice that you allowed me visitation for the cat. That was nice. I'll thank you for that. But anyways, to wrap this up, Stats Matter is coming. Your skill points and your gear stats are going to reflect all your damage coming in and going out. Your combat rating is going to only reflect what content you can run, which originally that's what it only needed to be in the first place. Just a number saying, hey, you can run this content, but not this. Well, within you can run it, but you just won't get good drops and stuff. And yeah, so this is coming down later in the months. Skill points matter. They do. This is going to definitely reflect that in the coming times.
Skill points and mods.
And mods. Mods are coming back as well.
Mod your gear, you bums. Trex?
Look, I got one synthetic mod in
Dude,
my
like
DPS.
I said, at least throw betas in there so you're getting the freaking
The bonuses.
The bonuses. Man, come on.
Okay, Dad. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Can we go out for ice cream after this?
Maybe.
I cleaned my room.
Mod your tank gear first, and then we'll go.
No. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna switch it over to DPS now.
My God.
I'm telling you, if you're not dying, you're not learning. And I can tell you now, every death, especially in Prison Break, I learned, especially during the Gorilla Rod fight.
Oh, that asshole.
That was rough. But, anyways, yeah, stats matter. Start getting your feat points completed. Apparently, I have to get mine done. Well, yeah. But it's gonna be okay. Don't freak out. Put your tinfoil hats down. It's not the end of the world. It's not stat clamping either, which I still am in favor for optional stat clamping instances, but that's just me. But I cannot wait for this to happen. Our skill points are going to matter. Our gear is going to matter even more, and mods will happen as well. And also remember that you're only modding gear that you're modding gear for 3 months. I mean, you have a chest piece that you're going to mod. You're not going to remove that. You're still going to have that chest for the next 3 months. That's the time frame that you have to remember. It's not like you're removing that mod off your chest in the next month coming. That's just not going to happen. Also, this also might mean that we can get some total recovery kits probably back in game somewhere to drop randomly.
Exceptionals.
whatever, those things that people talk about.
Probably not Last Laugh, Dave. I don't know. Did you get the duo feats done in that one?
And going to the shameless plug, you can find us on our social media over at DCUO Sourcecast, over on the Facebook and the Twitter. Stop looking at my feats, boy. You can find the VODs over on youtube.com/Trexlight in the Sourcecast playlist. Some of them will also link over to Superpatriot's channel. You can find the MP3s and audio versions over at Trexlight.com or on iTunes. Just type in DCO Sourcecast. Now, if you guys have a question or a suggestion you guys want us to talk about on the show, email us at dcuosourcecast@gmail.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, a quick update real quick here. Yeah, he does have all the duos done for the Shady Nightclub. So he's good to go on that. But you can, of course, Daddy's House. I am also on the Facebook / the Daddy's House there. You can also find me on the Twitter at the Daddy's House. And you can occasionally find me streaming here on twitch.tv / the Daddy's House. Brittany, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Brittany or on Twitter at PinkRanger_206 or on Twitch at Brittany_Trex. Where can we find you?
You can find me over at facebook.com/Trexlight, over on youtube.com/Trexlight, over on the Twitter at ThisIsTrex, and follow me here on my Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/Trexlight. So thank you guys so much for watching for tonight. And if you guys have more questions about Stats Matter, hit us up on the forums or find us or create a thread and link it to me, and I'll join the conversation somewhere. Just understand, be respectful on the forums, learn to read, and just calm down. It'll be okay. This isn't the end of the world yet. So thank you guys so much for watching for tonight. We will see you guys next week for hopefully maybe the start of St. Patrick's. No, not the start. Whatever. March is coming. So, this is also the last weekend to do the Valentine's Day event. It ends on Monday, February 29th. So get those heart stuff done, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.